Good day, viewers. Premise Invincible is here. As you can see, I am looking at the Wikipedia of all Minecraft. Allow me to scroll down. Very good. Today we will be analyzing all the fuel sources in Minecraft, regardless of how difficult they are to obtain, and how much they can burn per single operation, per stack of fuel, and the amount you need to burn a stack of 64 items. First of all, let's start off with a lava bucket. Alright, so a lava bucket lasts 1,000 seconds, can burn 100 fangs. Unfortunately, it can't stack, so you can only burn 100 per stack. And you need quite a few to burn a stack of 64 items. Next, and it's not good for super smelters either. Then we have the block of coal. The block of coal is basically just a big lump of coal, but it actually is slightly more efficient than individual coal pieces. Yeah, make sure you craft up the blocks because they're much more efficient. Every block of coal needs 9 coal, which otherwise could only obtain 8 times 9, which is 72 coal operations, e.g. things it smelts, but this one is more efficient at 80. Maybe I should start using that in Minecraft for casuals. It can stack, reaching an amazing 5,120 operations per stack of fuel, which I think is the highest on this list. So yeah, big shout out to that. Next, we have So yeah, you only need 0.8 blocks of coal to burn on an entire stack of 64 items. So very good. Next on our list we have the dried kelp block. Made from 9 dried kelp, it can only be used 20 times. So despite popular belief, it is absolutely worthless as a fuel source. Even stacking it, you only get to 1,280 operations per fuel. Kelp is abundant, as it can be found from the ocean. But kelp itself must be smelted in order to be dried, and you need 9 of it, meaning you have to smelt 9 things, thus significantly lowering the efficiency from 20 to only 11. Because you need to smelt 9 individual kelps. Therefore, since it technically only gives you a net profit of 11 operations, and you have to find an ocean to use it, kelp is not a good choice. Next, blaze rod. Well, blaze rod does its job well, but not well. It's bad. Let's just say that. It can only burn 12 things per blaze rod you use, and farming for blaze rods is annoying as heck. Absolutely worthless. Next, we have Next, we have the number of operations per stack of fuel, only 768 because it's multiplied by 64. So as you can see, you need a lot of it just to burn 64 items. Next on our list, we have ordinary coal. As you probably know, this is a resource you mine from mountains, underground, etc. in caverns. It can only burn 8 things. It can only burn 8 things per coal you have, and you need 5, and it can stack up to 64. However, like I said earlier, a block of coal is more efficient, so if you have 9 or more, you should craft up. Same applies to charcoal, which can also be crafted into a block of coal, I think, and therefore is inefficient. Next on our list, we have any boat. Boats are pretty simple to make, but do require around 1 wood in total. No, probably more. But so yeah, an entire boat requires 2 wood to make, if I'm correct, if you already have the crafting table. However, it only lasts 6 operations, and therefore is not a very worthwhile method. Just smelt the wood into charcoal, and then you have 8. So yeah, you could do 1-on-1, and you could get pretty far. Now let's talk about scaffolding. I wonder why they're on Bedrock it's good, but on Java it's bad. Let's just say that. Logs. Logs are a really bad fuel source, and if possible, you should use planks instead, because planks are 4 times cheaper, and they last the same amount of time. If you have both logs and planks, if you have 2 logs, if you have 3 logs, the optimal thing to do, no, my bad. If you have 5, let's say I have 4 logs. The optimal thing to do would be to craft one of the logs into planks, smelt 3 of those logs with your 4 logs, with your 4 planks, and then you'd have 2 planks left over, which is worth 3 smelting time, and you'd also have free coal for your trouble, which is worth 24, so you'd have a total of 27. Rather than just crafting it into 16 wood and getting a net of 24. Next we have wooden pressure plates. Same deal, less efficient. Each wooden pressure plate takes, I think, 6 wood to craft, if I'm correct. Nope, only 2. But still, it takes 2 wood to craft, and it has the same efficiency. Not worth it. Fences, same deal. Fence gates, absolutely worthless. Look at how much it takes just to make a couple fence gates. Let me show you. This is what it takes. You need 2 wood pieces and 4 sticks. And 4 sticks is 2 more wood pieces. So, fence gates are literally as efficient as using a log. That inefficient. And here are wooden stairs. Probably the king of inefficiency on my list. People constantly make memes criticizing these stairs for how bad they are. Look, you need to, if you want, each stair requires 1.5 wood. 1.5 logs. 4 stairs require, each one requires 1.5 planks. So not as inefficient as logs or fence gates. So yeah, I misspoke. Now we have wooden trapdoors. I think you know what these are. Very inefficient. It takes 6 wood to make. Oh, and wait, you only get 2 of them. Takes 3 wood. So, not the most inefficient, but still very inefficient. Now we have crafting tables. As you can probably guess, these are also inefficient as they're basically like burning a log. And of course, we have cartography tables. Now they're just going to get more and more inefficient. You need 2 paper, which means you need, 2 paper and 4 wood. So you're burning a log and 2 paper on top of it. Fletching table. Really inefficient. Takes 2 flint on top of your 4 wood. And now the one that's gonna drive me insane. Smithing table. How irritating. You need 2 iron and onto a log just to make this, and it's completely worthless. And you have looms. Do I need to talk about these? Bookshelves, lecterns, composters, same deal. Chests, come on. You're burning 2 logs and a plank for the same effect. You're burning the same amount of materials when you could instead take those 9 logs, smelt 5 of them with 4 of them in a furnace, and bam, you'd have yourself 5 charcoal. Wow, 5 charcoal you'd have yourself. 5. Which, for your information, beating logs, 9 is 13.5 for logs, 1.5 for chests. But a whopping 40 in efficiency for using coal. Come on. Coal. Now we have trap chests. Do I have to talk about how inefficient these are? You're taking a chest and making it less efficient. And we have barrels. Sometimes I wonder if these are even worth smelting. Oh gosh, they're really inefficient. Surprisingly, barrels are actually quite efficient in bedrock. So I don't know why I listed barrels twice, but Java and Bedrock are basically the same. Now we have daylight detectors, as you can tell, really inefficient. Taking a whopping free nether quartz, free glass, and free slabs just to make one of these. Would burn them. Jukeboxes and note blocks, just wow. People, wow. Banners, wooden slabs. Okay, wooden slabs are actually decently efficient. I wonder how efficient wooden slabs are. Mushroom stalks are rare, but decently efficient. And yeah, very efficient. Twice as efficient as ordinary logs. Then you have wooden pickaxes, shovels, hoes, and axes, all very inefficient. I wonder how signs fare. Oh yeah, slabs are actually inefficient, my bad. Because of their bad smelting capabilities. Bowls are inefficient as well, considering how much you need to spend. Any wooden doors are also really inefficient, only being able, you take 6 wood, not 6 logs, 6 planks, 1.5 logs, and you only get 1 out of it. 1 smelting item. Saplings, if you have a tree farm, are actually decently efficient. Bamboo, just wow. Just wow. 2.5 is actually decent, but just wow. Just wow. Wool, come on. Actually decently efficient. Carpet, actually decently efficient. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed today's video on how inefficient fuel sources are. Like and sub if you enjoyed. Have a good day.